Hey Fish fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master, and we are back again with Azorius Merfolk in Modern. There's something there! I can feel it! I like the Azorius as Skyclave Apparition. It's helping me win games. Let me show you my beautiful Skyclave Apparition. It's great. I have faith in Skyclave Apparition. You should too. You want to join me on this journey of Merfolk just before Modern Horizons 2 shakes everything up? Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech, we're going to thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. This is where you can get all your Modern Horizons 2 booster packs, sealed product, and singles. Support the channel using my coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Gets you 5% off, also supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Definitely the way that I can try all versions of Merfolk to figure out which one is the best one. I don't want to buy into the cards. I want to rent the card. I want to keep trying out all different variations. I would spend a lot of money buying and selling these cards back and forth. I can rent it with a 1 monthly payment by renting them from Mana Traders. Support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 15% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu. And I have new patrons supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. Support on Twitch, support on Patreon, support everywhere. I appreciate it. So we're going to thank Tyler Carpenter for raising his pledge on Patreon. We're also going to thank Ross. And we're going to thank Scientist Joe. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting the channel. Yeah, Patreon still exists out there, people. Know a lot of people also appreciate Twitch. And can I quickly give a shout out to everyone? There's a lot of Twitch subs in the background. What we got? I got Season Pyro, Voltenvosh, The Wandering Planeswalker. I think these are all the offline Twitch subs. Thank you very much for supporting Merfolk Mastery. Okay, so where did Unsettled Mariner go? I used to play with Unsettled Mariner. What happened? We had good moments with Unsettled Mariner too. What happened? The problem is this card. You know what? When it works, it works. But when it doesn't, it doesn't. It's too iffy for me. It's too 50-50. Like we see these games where our opponent just has the mana. They just pay the tax and I just lose. When the opponent is choked on mana, this is great. When our opponent's not choked on mana, this really isn't doing anything. I spend more mana putting this thing into play than my opponent is spending mana to remove it. I want to try something else. I want to try something that is really going to kick our opponent in the teeth, and that is Master of Waves. Master of Waves. I'm also having a problem. I'm still losing to Izzet Prowess. People are like looking at this list saying, hey, you know what, Nikachu, you're going to lose to Izzet Prowess. I'm telling you, I'm already losing to Izzet Prowess. I had the Unsettled Mariner. I had the Auriok Champion. Didn't do anything. We just lost to Izzet Prowess so badly. Got our teeth kicked in. We got to do something. I lose to Burn. But you know what? I never lost to Burn when I had the Master. So we're bringing the Master back. This is a card, stabilize the board on the battlefield, and turns the corner. That's the important thing. I can just have some random nonsense creature on the battlefield. We have an army coming out when Master of Waves hits the battlefield. We're going to curve out into this thing even better than before because we're running the 3 Glasspool Mimics, right? We're running 3 Glasspool Mimics in addition to 20 lands. We're going to get there, and then we can even copy the Master of Waves with Glasspool Mimics. So the Master is going to bring the brother, the sister, the grandmother, the grandfather. We're going to have the whole family of Masters on the battlefield. Continuing, I'm going to replace some of the sideboard cards with Bind the Monster. Hopefully that will also help us versus Izzet Prowess. But in addition to that, maybe also Burn as well. We're going to take some damage, but I just want more things to do on turn 1 outside of Path to Exile. We don't have any other life gain in this deck. That's just going to be a slight disappointment. Maybe this should be like Rest in Peace because I didn't find Remorseful Cleric that great. But then again, I still need to bring in creatures for the control matchups. All right, with that, let's get into our league. We won the beautiful die roll. We'll keep. We can go, well, if they have Thoughtseize, it might suck. But if we go turn 2 Silvergill Adept, turn 3 Force and Negation, turn 4 Master of Waves, and copy it, that seems like a plan. I think you should try Suspend. You know, Suspend, I'll have a video out, but basically Suspend is a very bad Vapor Snag the more I think about it. Like, the more I think about it, it just gets worse. It's worse and worse and worse. You just I mean, you don't really tempo yourself up, but you're delaying. It's card disadvantage, I would say, in the grand scheme of things. And remember, Merfolk is a slow deck, really slow. I think I have some regrets playing that. I should have played this. Well, well, well. Honestly, I gotta deal with this stupid thing. The problem with well, okay, hold on. Maybe I don't. My fear is that they always get Blast Zone, but that's not even really a fear because my curve is going to be at 4. They kept a 7-card hand. If they went lower. You know what? I'm just going to trust my heart here. Yeah. Trust my heart. I'm going to counter this thing. I'm not very happy about expedition maps. I guess I'll show the Curse Catcher now. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, if I go turn 2, like Curse Catcher, Master of the Pearl Trident, that's going to be good. The only thing I wish I did, I wish I played Polluted Delta turn. Like, I wanted to get this out early because it's one of these fast lands, but no, you can't stop all his dust. Well, hopefully I stop my opponent from getting any more mana. Sometimes they keep like 2 land hands with a with the thing, and then that's it. Look at these crappy lands. Radiant Fountain. What kind of joke is this? Think this is a joke? All right, we got the Curse Catcher. Okay, now we can counter Spatial Contortion. I'm gonna preserve my life total. Get the island. You know, you got Dismember. Gain 4, lose 2. Yeah. Oh. I'm sort of fine with that. Because I just got more damage. Oh, you had the Blast Zone in your hand? How nasty. Here comes the Thought-Knot Seer. Oh, no! Maybe I should... Why am I preserving my life total? I should just shock myself with this thing. I'm just playing dumb. No, honestly, I wanted to preserve my life total, but I didn't think... What are the odds I'm going to draw Skyclave Apparition? Well, apparently it's pretty high. Alright, pass the turn. Apparently it's pretty high. I meaningfully went to get this island. The odds were 100%. Oh, they're attacking me. Means they probably have another Thought-Knots here. That would have been a great moment. Skyclave that thing. Attack for 3, put him to 13. Would have been beautiful. Alright, Matter Reshaper. Well. It's turning very poor very quickly. And Blast Zone is primed to beat up on my board. Their hand is really... What's sad is their hand is pretty clunky. Like, it's very clunky. So all I need is, like, a single land and, yeah, 50-50. You either did or you didn't. I always dream of these moments. Okay, the Eldrazi player, their hand is clunky. They can only play 1 spell a turn. How do we maximize on this? Now I can't. I just can't cast my good spells. You don't get the luxury of playing white spells and having a high life. I guess not. Okay. They know about the Master of Waves, so... Well, they can't crack the Blast Zone if they're stuck on these 3 lands. Oh yeah, I got a Rejury. This is 7 damage, though. How different this game would be if this Thought-Knot Seer is not on the board. I'd be at, like, what? An additional... I'd be at 16? Let's throw away the Curse Cat... Or let's attack with the Curse Catchers. And I guess I have to block the Matter Reshaper with my Silvergill Adept. They got nothing, people. They got nothing. I'm talking with the Curse Catchers because they could always just play a land, crack Blast Zone, and blow up my Curse Catchers. They got nothing. They're choked on mana. They got like 2 Karn the Great Creators or something. No, they don't even attack. Give me a land, damn it. Do something. Fuck my life. That is the worst land. All right, we passed the turn. There's gonna be business next turn. We're bringing. We got our land. You got your land. Pass. Just pass the turn. Go back. Yeah, careful what I wish for. I should have wished for an untapped land. It's like my brother calling for spreading seas when I don't need that at all. Oh, now I have everything, basically. Seemed odd that they did. Yeah, they should attack with Matter Reshaper, but I guess they're afraid of me just top-decking a Lord and I kill them. I think that's the situation here. I have 2 Curse Catchers, so if you play Dismember, I can counter everything except Dismember. And I got the Skyclave. The Skyclave. My brother, he's still around. Just the problem is, where I live is going to crap because of COVID. We have like we have skyrocketing COVID rates, so it's super lockdown. We're under super lockdown. I'm actually in the process of getting him his own microphone, so you can hear. I'm gonna spend $1,000 basically so that you can all hear his really absurd commentary. Vaccinations are going slowly but fine. They're moving. I think the best thing I can... Well, okay, I will... What are my options here? I think the best thing I should do is just play Master of Waves and pass. Well, I guess I could tap down... I can't untap anything, so I might as well tap down... I don't know, Thought-Knots here. Or do I tap down? Okay, am I going to attack? If I attack, I can attack. I don't really want to attack. If they dismember, they still go to like 2. I don't want to... I don't want them to block with Matter Reshaper and then find a land. That's what would really suck to me, in my opinion. Whatever. I don't want to flip them into a land. But now the question is, do I really want to attack? Because I could just pass. But I do get in damage. So let's say I attack with 2 Silvergill Adepts and a Curse Catcher. They dismember Master of Waves. Or I could attack with everything. Okay, hold on. If I attack with everything, they block this, take 7 damage, dismember Master of Waves, go to... It's a lot. Okay, do you know what? I think I'm going to attack with everything. And then I can probably squeeze in enough damage on the final turn with Skyclave Apparition. They can't sack the zone yet. Not yet. Hopefully this is not a foolish thing to do. I guess the worst thing that could happen is they draw a land and play a Ballista on 2, but I don't think they have either of those. Ugh! Why didn't you play this last turn? Okay, so you can kill Master of Waves, and you can kill a Silvergill Adept. Ah, that is so bad. What? I don't know. It's like everything that could go wrong is going wrong. But like from my perspective, why don't you play the Walking Ballista even for 1 last turn? Like why not? Well, that's crazy. Oh, and I die. Oh, that's awful. Like why don't you just play Walking Ballista? You have nothing else to do with your mana. Like you don't have anything else to do with your mana. Well, anyway, apparently I found a way to lose the game. It's pretty disappointing. Okay, so what are we going to bring in? Definitely going to bring in some Spreading Seas. Not a fan of Silvergill Adept. Now, I think I'm going to be a fan of Path to Exile in this matchup. Not going to be a huge fan of Curse Catcher. I'm going to want some. Maybe I want Bind the Monster too. I think just tapping down the creatures is good. Fetching for an island also screwed me over. We're just warming up, people. We're just warming up. But that was beyond ridiculous. They've got like 1,000,000 cards in hand, and they opt not to play their cards. Yeah, I can't wait for the... I also can't wait. Why did you cut Cavernous Souls down to 1? Because I'm playing a 2-color deck that's trying to run Skyclave. That's basically why. Maybe I should play more Spreading Seas. I'm not a huge fan of Silver Gill-Adept, to be honest, but it's okay. It's like 2 mana for a 1/1 toughness creature, which I'm not a fan of. I have 29 creatures. Okay, let's actually put another Spreading Seas, because they do have Master of Waves, so slowing the game down to get Master of Waves online is good. I don't mind having just at least something to do on turn 1. All right, let's submit this. I don't need some amount of counterspells for Karn because I have Skyclave Apparition. And there she is. So we'll keep this. So the idea is instead of 2-for-1ing myself or holding up mana, which is very hard to do against this deck, I should be just dealing with permanents when they're on the battlefield. When they happen. Hardly ever afraid of playing Merfolk against those who aren't familiar with the decks. They usually play it as a bad aggro deck and forget Lord of Atlantis. Oh, yeah. The symmetry. This hand could be really good. Or it could be terrible. I do need some more lands, though. Are you going to try out the colorless hate artifact? Maybe. We'll see how... Let's see if Edlrazi Tron is still going to be online. This mana reshaper? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Come on, white mana source. Off the top. There we go! Screw all this stuff. Just exile this damn thing. Should have happened in game 1. And I can copy it with Glass Pullman. Oh my god, the blast zones. What is going on here? So you dismember this, get a 3/3. That is unfortunate. So many blast zones, so little time. So what if I try to steal this? Probably the best bet is just to attack with the Skyclave Apparition, to be honest. Because if I attack with this thing, and they dismember it, okay. Nothing happens. Yeah, basically. You're right, Banana. Banana Olaf. Alternatively, I could go after this expedition map. I have some options here. I got some good options. Okay, maybe we just play... Okay, I'm going to see what my opponent does. I'm going to flinch. Maybe they can tell me what they're going to do with their hand. Okay, they're going to do nothing. So we'll attack with this. If you want to tick up the blast zone, you might not have a land this turn. That's right. You've got removal, don't you? I don't know. Maybe I gave my opponent more information. So next turn, if they have a land, they can blow up my 2 lords. All right, they got a land. Oh, but you're gonna... What are you gonna do? I still got creatures, though. No, I'm going to preserve the Mimic. I'm going to preserve the Mimic. Okay, keep attacking for 2. Sure, they have removal here. The way they're playing so damn patiently. A little too patiently, in my opinion. Are you gonna like, take the blast zone up to 3 or something? This is so weird. Oh, now this other blast zone can blow up my Vial and Curse Catcher. Getting blast zoned out of the game. Detailed thoughts and opinions on new Merfolk God? Yeah, go just look up Svielen on YouTube. You'll find everything. I'm probably the only person that's really evaluated this card. What can I say? Skyclave Apparition, pretty awkward in the face of a pile of mana. It would be so useful to know what's in my opponent's hand right now. Because if they had no removal in hand, I might have just won by now. But I don't know. Yeah, bring back Peak to see my opponent's hand. This game is very difficult. They're just basically playing it like a colorless control deck at this point. I play Lord of Atlantis and... The problem with casting Lord of Atlantis here is it's not very good use of my mana. I mean, they might... I don't think they'll pop the Blast Zone right now, but if they do, then I can't even bring this in play with the Ether Vial. I also don't want them to crack this, get Karn, play like Ensnaring Bridge or some crap like this. I want to use my mana. Alright, whatever. Okay, we'll just pass. See what they do. But this is very awkward. I sort of want them to do something. But they're not really doing anything. Problem with telepathy over... Like, for the most part, you just need to see their hand once. And at least it replaces itself. Ugin. Something that I cannot Skyclave. So what, you did not have removal the entire time? Is that what you're telling me? I don't think they had removal the entire time. They had nothing. Destroy target permanent that's one or more colors. Okay. Okay, they just basically told me they had no removal this entire time. That's how I'm gauging this. Okay, so we could set up a pretty good turn not too far from now, where we get like Master of Waves and Glasspool Mimic at the same time. Is there anything I want to copy right now? I could like play... Okay, I can play Skyclave, eat up a Matter Reshaper. Pass? I can't hit this thing. This is too big. Too big. Maybe they still have removal. It's just that they have a good defense here. Yeah, actually, okay, the way they played this game, they have to have removal. Or I don't know if they have. Maybe they don't, because they, like, last game, they held up, like, Walking Ballista in their hand and neglected to play it. But they had Matter Reshaper and Expedition Map available to play last turn, and they didn't play either of them, choosing to just pass the turn and try to get, crack their map. Which I guess is fine. What is going to be the biggest payoff? See, the thing is, if I play Master of Waves right now, it's just going to get eaten up by the Ugin. That's not good. Maybe I don't care about the Matter Reshaper. Maybe I should still go after the mana. Because, like, I can't attack this turn anyway. So what's the point? Okay, just pass. Then hopefully next turn play Master of Waves into a Glasspool Mimic. Hopefully. Your mistake in this whole game was thinking your opponent plays logically. Well, the problem is if I make a big attack and my opponent just dismembers this and gets a 3/3 token, it would eat my Lord and I would just snap lose on the spot. And generally speaking, Edlrazi Tron brings in more removal. Like, you can't play as if your opponent is a complete dumbass. Like, they might have some idea behind what they're doing. And there's a lot of really cheap spot removal between Spatial Contortion and Dismember coming from the Edlrazi Tron deck. Like, that's how they blow you out. Alright, so they're doing this. Might as well get this thing in play. Eats up my Violent Curse because they 2-for-1 me twice here. I would snap lose, then be ground out. I'd rather not. I would much rather not. What is this going to be? This is 10 damage. This is a lot of damage. This is one with Matter Reshaper. I could trade with everything, but it just gives them a also much bigger army. But it looks like I'm lost. I'm just lost. I'm going to take 7 damage. I don't really have a plan to beat this Reality Smasher. Beware of Ballistas. I can't play around Ballista at this point. I don't know, maybe I should have aggressively attacked the Expedition map earlier with my Skyclave Apparition when I had a chance. I don't understand that play. Like, why don't you just all his dust earlier? I don't know. Maybe my opponent is like not what I think they are, because they could just make me sack my board, right? What the hell was the point of that? They attacked first, waited for me to block. Oh, didn't that? Well, oh, did they just get the all is dust? Okay, I get it. Okay, so I blocked the token, and they got the all is dust. True story. There is no next game. Oh, I needed that a lot earlier. Okay, we'll concede. Edlrazi Tron, not the greatest matchup. Definitely not one of the matchups I want to bring Master of Waves in, because it is vulnerable to Walking Blist and all their removal. Like, everything kills. Like, being like a Lord heavy deck is where you want to be against Edlrazi Tron for the most part. Master Waves is okay sometimes, but is not the answer. This is the answer I want versus the Prowess decks. Well, basically all the other decks. That being said, I screwed up game 1. This game 2, well, I don't know. Maybe I just got completely outplayed. Game 1, I had a lot of opportunity to win it. So I don't want to say, like, this is not the build for Edlrazi Tron. I think it still has a chance. I just have to play tighter. So everyone watching the stream, we're going to keep streaming. Everyone on the replay, that's it for today. We're going to thank everyone for supporting the channel. We are also going to thank our sponsors, Fusion Gaming Online and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu, playing Azorius Merfolk in Modern.